What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim. Going to be playing a game on PTCGO today, and today is just one of those days you go to work and you gotta do something you don't necessarily want to do. All right, we are playing Zoroark Control today. So if you like flawless gameplay with absolutely no errors, now is the time to switch your browser to something else completely. But if you want to watch Andrew make a fool out of himself trying to pilot Daniel Altavilla's first place list from the Latin American International Championships, then stay tuned and go ahead, sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy yourself. This is a wild list, all right? This has got a lot going on here. There's a Muck in here, Ditto Prism Star, a 1-1 Magargo line. We've got Zoroark's only 3 DCE. Apparently this deck is like barely supposed to attack. We only got 3 DCE in the deck. There are plenty of Elms. There's an Articuno GX in here to just totally decimate all of your opponent's energy, and plenty of Crushing Hammers. So going to start things off here by going and getting ourselves an Elms and starting to set up. Now, we can go get Ditto Prism Star, which is pretty neat here off of the Elm, so that we do have an option to go and then, let's see, and this Sableye in here as well. Your opponent cannot play any supporter cards during their next turn. I think that's like, honestly, I think that's supposed to be used during some part of like the lock later in the game. You kind of like set them up where they can't really do anything, and yeah, but we're not going to mess around with that quite yet. Blacephalon seems like a little bit of a sketchy matchup for us, but I think we'll be all right. We'll figure it out as we go. We definitely need to keep energy off of the Blacephalons. That's the major thing. Naganadels are going to get energy on themselves. That's fine. That's just going to be the way that goes. This matchup seems definitely close. Now, this list is a list that was piloted by a bunch of American players at the Latin American International Championships. I know Mike Premoit played it as well. In fact, I copied the list off of his post. So if this is not Danny's exact list, then oops. He said it was, but you know, I'm just going off of his word from the post that he posted online. So if there are any errors in the deck list, I apologize, but it should be pretty much it. Pretty crazy stuff. I've seen Articuno kind of pop up in Zoroark Control lists for a few months now, though I haven't actually seen it, I guess, at, win a tournament or anything. I've seen this idea kind of popping up, so that's a nice inclusion. Very cool. For that GX attack, we play 2 Rainbow Energies as well, which can be used for Orangaru's resource management as well as Articuno GX, so that's pretty sweet too. Let's take a look at our deck real quick. Yeah, I just, gonna have to kind of wing it to figure out how to use that Sableye, not gonna lie. I didn't actually get to watch a ton on the stream this weekend because I was super busy. Here at Full Grip, I was, coaching and teaching a Keyforge event here, which is super fun. So if any of you guys are into Keyforge, Full Grip Games YouTube channel is going to be doing some Keyforge content. Hey, Timer Ball. Timer Ball never works out for me like that, so that was pretty rad. All right, sure. We're going to get a Magargo and a Zoroark. So now we can stack our deck and kind of get whatever we please, which is kind of rad. So I think we also are going to want to remove that energy from the dude there. That would be pretty cool. We could also Plumeria that energy away, which is probably fine. Let's go ahead and smooth over. And I think I'm okay just like getting a Plumeria. I don't want that thing to ever have 2 energy on it. So that seems fine. Did I pass? No, here she is. All right, Plumeria. Very good. So we'll get that on top of our deck, and then we're going to trade a couple of times into the things that we need. And I don't know, kind of just go from there. So that's what we got going on. Let's trade away the Guzma. Seems fine. I don't really want to target down the Poiples quite yet, and then let's trade away the Counter Catcher's probably pretty good, but I don't think that I need it quite yet. Rescue Stretchers, I only play 1 of those as well, The Cynthia could allow us to kind of see more cards, but I think now that I'm like set up, I don't actually need these things. All right, so then I don't think I need the Gladian quite yet. I'm fine with that, so let's just Plumeria away that energy. And we are going, the Skull Grunt seems like less good in this matchup since my opponent's always going to be able to recharge energy there. Let's just get rid of these. Sure. In order to remove that. And then, sure, I am fine just, oh, and I can counter catcher if I want to. There's no point in counter catching it. So we're just going to see what we draw. And we're just going to sit here and chill, because apparently this deck doesn't really attack all that much. You just kind of, you keep your opponent from doing things, and just go, you know, go at it like that. If my opponent ever puts down another Blacephalon, then I'll counter catcher that up and kind of make my opponent have to stretch to find resources. But I'm not exactly sure how this deck plans on keeping, plans on keeping things kind of intact. I'm not exactly sure how you plan on keeping 3 energy or keeping 2 energy off of your opponent's Blacephalons at all times. I guess eventually they will run out of energy to attach manually to their Blacephalons, right? You want to keep them only in a space where they can have energy on their Naganadels, and then you can kind of keep them from doing things after that. So let's just trade a couple times first. I think we just do that. And then we like see what we want after the first couple trades with the Magcargo. So then I'll trade away this Lele. Seems fine as well. I feel like I could set up something else, be a little bit better, but yeah, that seems fine. We'll trade away the Lele too. And the Articuno GX definitely going to be useful. Lysander Labs, okay, that's cool. We'll put down this as well. And then I think we just what do we trade for another Plumeria and just remove that? That seems like very destructive. I'd have to trade away counter catcher. We'll figure it out. All right, let's go get we could do a Plumeria. That seems fine. And eventually I'll like Acerola into Articuno GX, and then eventually we'll like Cold Crush GX. That's just like where we're heading eventually. Not quite yet, but one day we'll do that. We will, sure, let's do another Plumeria. I'm down with that. And then, we'll trade into the Plumeria, get rid of the counter catcher. We're going to get that and one more card. I can get rid of those. That's cool. So let's just get rid of these guys, and we'll remove that other fire energy there. Dope. Okay, and then no harm, no foul. We are just cruising a little bit further. We're very close to having 4 copies of Zoroark in play. I'm not gonna lie, depending on how long this game goes, we may only be playing 1 game with Zoroark Control here. It might just be this one. Ain't nobody got time to play like 3 games with this deck. I mean, we're not even attacking. This is so wild. But we could see why the deck only plays 3 DCE, because you're like, yeah, you don't even really care. You're just like, this is fine. We're just removing things. Removing energy is probably more important. All right, and my opponent's got Heat Factory out. Actually, I am fine. If they draw more of their cards out of their deck, and discard fire energy with Heat Factory, we're A-okay with that. Like, that's fantastic. We want them to get as many energies into the discard pile on their Naganadels as possible. And finally, we see another, we see another one of those guys as well. All right, we got another Bursting Burn. This thing's just going to stay confused. Let's be honest. Like, we're going to eventually Acerola this up or something and go from there. All right, Crushing Hammer would be good. That would be really good. Yeah, Crushing Hammer would be good. So I think we just want to hit the Crushing Hammer, and then, oh gosh, why do I never hit those? Now we need to trade away the Rainbow Energy, which is not what we want to do, but it's just where we're at right now, so that's fine. We'll just trade away the Rainbow Energy. We got another Crushing Hammer and a Timer Ball. At least the Timer Ball is A-okay to trade away. We're cool on that. And then we got Counter Catcher and Cynthia. I've got 2 trades left. I think I Counter Catcher up the other Blacephalon for sure. Let's just bring him up. Yeah. And then we'll try to hit Crushing Hammer on that benched one. Honestly, you know I can't play this deck. It's just not the deck for me. Alrighty then. We've got ourselves some more cards here and a couple more trades. We're not going to need that timer ball, so let's just trade away the timer ball here. Enhanced Hammer's not doing me anything quite yet either. I do have eventually, let's see, we'll smooth over. We're going to want, like, I guess I could Max Potion. I guess I could switch. I guess I could Pal Pad and throw some things back into the deck. Do I not have Acerola in the deck? Do I not? It looks like I do not have Acerola in the deck. So we might actually want to start throwing some energy down. And I don't think that I actually ever want to take prizes. It feels bad taking prizes because then my opponent can, like, you know, they can do the thing where they, we're probably going to need to resource management. That's fine at some point. So, like, but I have an Ultra Ball in my hand. We'll get the switch. Get the switch out of the deck. That seems fine. Let's just trade and get ourselves a switch as well, just so we have it. Then I can, like, attack. All right, we've got some action going on here. Let's take a look at what does he actually do. It's called all energy from both active Pokemon. All right, so that's like our OGs button. That's like our we're in trouble and need help for sure. I don't really want to activate B-String at ever. So that actually seems bad. Did the Acerola, is it gone? Did I get rid of it? No. It's just not around anymore. So maybe we should have got Pal Pad, but that's cool. We're just gonna, like, switch into, like, that one or something. That's cool, yeah. And then I will attach DCE, and we'll actually just do some damage. I'm okay with that. That's fine. And whatever. That way, it's just we got a damage thing on the board there. If we decide we ever want to take it out, we can. But that is probably, like, suboptimal. I'm thinking, like, I got the switch so that I could switch into, like, Articuno or Oranguru or something. But it's all good. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out here as we go. It's just kind of what we're doing. That's fine. We may have to go get our Guzma instead. If the Guzma's in the deck, we can Guzma as well in order to kind of stall my opponent out. They're going to have Guzma, though, so that's fine. They're going to knock out this Macargo. They're going to blow that up. That's only 1 prize, so I actually don't even really care. At this point, I only got 13 cards left in deck, so, like, that is not really a problem. And this seems like a great opportunity to just go in with Articuno GX and Cold Crush GX here. We could definitely do that, but knowing that my Acerola is just stuck prized is, like, kind of a bummer. I'm not super down with that. I'm not in love with what that is. I think eventually I can start taking prizes, but we're gonna have to wait until, like, I know that my opponent's got, like, no more energy left. That's what we gotta wait for. All right, so that's cool. They only got 1 energy left on the Blacephalon. Okay, so, like, that makes me not want to go in with the Articuno GX, but I have to, more or less. Okay, I kind of have to, unfortunately. So let's figure this out here. Ooh, we can Pal Pad, so that is very good. And I think I want to Pal Pad the Guzma and a Plumeria back into the deck. Let's do that. Let's throw... Oh, I can Gladian. I can Gladian. Gladian all of a sudden seems like a much better card now, right? And seems like kind of valid. We could go get our Acerola, but I don't really think that I'm going to need that too much. So, sure, let's go get these fellas. And then that way we could just start trading and then hopefully find ourselves a Plumeria or something like that. I could also get a Team Skullgrunt and kind of check their hand for some energies there. They got none in the discard pile. They seem to have plenty of resources at their disposal. So let's see what we got going on here. We may decide to, like, Oranguru this turn also, just to kind of make them, waste some resources, which I would be cool with that. We're never going to use this muck, so that's fine. There's a Cynthia. All right, let's see. We got trade here as well. Sure, let's trade one more time. And then I think we got one trade left, something like that. Yep, if I want it. Okay, so at this point, I think we just go get ourselves. We got to make sure we don't, like, deck out. So I kind of want Plumeria and I want the Oranguru. That's, like, kind of what we're thinking. So I think that's, like, the best case scenario. There's the Oranguru, but we don't have Plumeria, so I didn't end up getting that. So there's no real way to remove that, but I have two Oranguru in the deck. So I think, do we Cold Crush here? Probably not. We probably just go in with the Oranguru. And then just going to retreat. That's fine. And we're going to put more juice back into the deck. So we need that to happen for sure. Let's see here. We're probably going to get like a couple Crushing Hammers and a Plumeria back into the deck and another Plumeria. That's fine. Let's just resource management. And, you know, if they lost zone more energies trying to knock this thing out, I'm like fine with that. We could throw the Rescue Stretcher back into the deck too, which would be good because this thing's eventually going down. We could throw another Pal Pad back into the deck, and we can throw the probably a DCE back into the deck, or a Rainbow Energy or something like that. That's probably for the best. We'll throw those things back into the deck. And that way we kind of like keep some energy happening. We got the Rescue Stretcher, so we'll be able to, you know, Rescue Stretcher the Oranguru back or whatever, even just throw some more cards back into the deck. Pal Pad also is a good target for resource management because it's kind of one card that we throw back into the deck that turns into two cards. So all that is very valuable. We just need to kind of slow my opponent down here. They do have 4 prizes remaining. I have to be wary of that. I have to be, like, you know, kind of careful of the fact that if they got a Sophocles this turn. If they do take out, like, a Zoroark here, then I'm, like, very much close to being in trouble. And like I said, activating Beast Ring is probably, like, the worst thing that I can do. I don't even know why I swung into this thing. I probably shouldn't have done that. But it's all good. I gave you guys a warning at the beginning of this video saying, yeah, we're gonna be out here just trying to kind of, you know, finagle our way through this matchup. So having my opponent at odd prizes is very good. We want to keep them there for sure. Yeah, but they are going to put their they got their 2 fires still on the active Blacephalon. So that's good for them. However, we need to, like, actually, I probably should have gotten the switch out of the discard pile. Now that I'm, like, looking at it, like, now we need switch, right? That's a huge pain. Okay. So that's not good for me because we need to get the Articuno into the active position. Okay. I see what I did wrong here. They do have the Plumeria, but honestly, they could probably get enough energy into the discard pile then to knock out this Zoroark. I guess I kind of have to just hope they don't. I'll bench the Articuno, and that's fine. Oh, yes, I would. I forgot he's got that ability. That's insane. We don't need the switch. Check me out. Oh, yeah. Busted. Honestly, that card's incredible. Sweet. Now I don't even need the Plumeria. That's awesome. I can, like, max potion. I guess we'll, like, trade for a couple of things, but I also, like, don't want to deck and I don't want to ruin, like, any of my resources here. So we need to be a little bit careful of that. I also probably just need to get my Gladian to go get my Acerola. That's, like, a thing we got to do for sure. So let's see here. We're going to need to get Pal Pad, and we're going to need to, like, get the Gladian. I know they're got a Beast Energy in their deck, or a Beast thing. Yeah, but that Enhanced Hammer, fine. We'll just ditch that for now. Lysander Labs, that's fine. We don't need Lysander Labs. I do not want to deck. So, alright, I'm going to chill. Alright, we're not doing anything else. We're just going to Cold Crush GX. Let's get rid of those fire energies there real quick. Sure, yep, get them out of here. And then I need to, oh gosh, I guess I probably should have just dug for I should have dug for Palpad and then tried to Gladian on this turn here because it's fine. I don't think that I'm actually in a hurry to do that. I need to find the Palpad. I need to get Gladian. I need to go get my Acerola. And then I can kind of like Acerola loop into Oranguru and things like that and all sorts of fun stuff. We just need to keep this Oranguru like out there right now. Like now that we got the Blacephalon down to just 1 energy, we can keep it there because they're never going to be able to Beast Ring, right? Like that's just fine. So this is kind of like the game state that this deck tries to get your opponent to, which is like why I never play decks like this because it's just, it's such a grind. And also, like, I'm probably also going to run the timer out. So we need to, like, be careful of that. All right, can I get my Palpad, please? There it is. Okay. So let's Palpad. Okay, and then we're going to put Gladian and Plumeria back into the deck. Alrighty then. So we're going to put those in. That's fine. And then, let's see here. We got 2 rainbows in the discard pile and our DCE. That's fine. We can trade into Gladian. Hopefully, I guess we could trade into Gladian here. Yeah, that's okay. And then, yeah, we need that. And then I need to go get my Acerola, like, for sure. And then I have to I think I have to play my Gladian this turn, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we just have to go get that. So that seems fine. I kind of think I just need that. Maybe not, though, because now I'm like, the Articuno is probably just going to get knocked out because my opponent's just going to have the energy to do it. I also have Rescue Stretcher, so I know I'm not going to get, like, knocked out, per se, but that's fine. I should have, like, 1 more energy left. The bottom card in my deck should be an energy. So let's just, like, pass to my opponent here. And then I can, like, Rescue Stretcher, and we'll do things like that. But I don't know. Like, I think I might have messed it up here because they're going to Lost Zone, like, 3 energies. And then, yeah, I messed this up. I needed to Plumeria this turn. But, oh, man. See, so, like, the timer, this is, like, my first time ever playing this deck. And I know if I just have more time to think about every single turn, I would be able to figure this out. It's just, like, this huge puzzle that you have to do. But I really don't want to kick the gameplay by, having the timer run to 0. That would just be highly unfortunate. So let's see what my opponent's got going on here. Yeah, they're going to charge up some energies. How many energy do they actually have in the Lost Zone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they've got like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They got plenty of energy left in deck. It's just going to be a matter of yeah, because I don't have any energy removals left, and I've already GX'd, and I can't afford to Oranguru this next turn because it's just all bad. So I think I need to, like, Lost Zone. Yeah, I need to just get rid of that active. I messed that up. Okay. I did it. Yeah, alrighty. So this is tough. There's definitely a route there to keeping all that energy off of there. I missed so many Crushing Hammers as well, but that's just the way that card works. So we've got this. I was planning on promoting the other one and Aceroling it, I think. But I think that since now my opponent's got this board set up, I think I need to, like, hope that they can't discard too many fire energies. So I think what I need to do is attach DCE to the active here. I think I need to, we'll max potion this benched one. That's fine. So now I don't know why I got Acerola. Like, I think I was just, like, kind of in the Twilight Zone there. Just wasn't really thinking clearly. It's all good. We'll put that guy back into the deck as well as our Cargo line. That's cool. And then my opponent's only got 1 prize left. If they just have Guzma in their hand, I think they win, like Guzma and Energy. But I think I'm going to just Plumeria, discard 2 cards. Let's get rid of the Cynthia and the... now I don't need Acerola. That just feels so silly. And I also want to keep the Cynthia just in case. So I don't know. That's fine. That's just like what we're doing here. And we we discard an energy off the top there, and we just hope that they can't like, you know, do anything. We just have, that's like kind of unfortunate. This is a tough deck to play. You can see why I would never just like pick this deck up. It's way too much, and I know there's gonna be like comments like, "Oh, you should have done this and that and this and that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I see that." This is why I was never gonna end up winning an international championship with a control deck. Just never. But I have to, you can't just have like a competitive Pokemon channel and not show off the, GG to my opponent. They got it there. Well played. All right. You can't just like not show off the game winning, the international championship winning deck, right? You got to show it off. It's just like, oh, but at what cost? So I didn't need the Acerola there. What I needed to do is I needed to Plumeria. I just had to, but then I felt like I was going to get myself stuck again. I needed to keep I needed to keep an Oranguru on the bench. Let's show off the deck real quick. I think I'm gonna go in with I could do one more. All right, I guess we could do one of these and just hope that it is like a quick, a quick one. I don't think there's such a thing as a quick one with this deck, but we're gonna give it a try. All right, gonna put on our rally caps. All right, attempt number 2, numero dos. I know Riley played this deck as well at the Latin American International Championships, played it to a top 32 finish, so shout out to Riley. It was awesome. He didn't play this exact list. He played a Shuckle in his list, and he also played a, I don't know, whoever that weird scientist is, the scientist guy. Yeah, he played that dude. And the scientist that puts special energies into the Lost Zone. He played that guy, and then that guy allowed him to have a pretty good matchup against Zoroark, which is pretty rad. All right, so we should do just pretty fantastic against the Grand Bull deck. All right, I'm feeling confident. I think that we just are good here. So we'll see how this goes. We've got ourselves a Cargo turn 2. Literally, this is everything. My opponent probably just going to scoop it right up. We get to show off exactly what the Muck is supposed to do. We get to show off exactly what the Cargo is supposed to do. It's going to be very good. So this is great. This is definitely where we want to be. And then I have to Timer Ball, and then hopefully we just hit a Zoroark off our Timer Ball, and we kind of just smoke this matchup. My opponent's never going to be able to use Oranguru in order to instruct. But if this is the top 4 Grand Bull list, like the one my buddy Nicholas was playing, they were playing a Zebstrika in their list, which allows them to continue drawing cards even under Muck's Power of Alchemy lock. So that would be pretty rad. We'll see what their list is looking like here. I don't think they can actually, I think they can only do 40 damage with Make a Mess. But it does look like they are playing the Pokemon Catcher. So I know Pokemon Catcher was in Nicholas's list, so this could be that list. We'll have to wait and see. I can't believe I got into a little bit of a lock there. Oh, on that Blacephalon game, man. It's just like, the timer's going down. It's just, ugh. Yeah, so you can see why I do not favor decks like this. They definitely are a tournament winning strategy, like for sure. And, more power to anybody who is really good at playing these decks. It's just not exactly my dealio. All right, here we go. Honestly, we are just so good at this game. We're going to Timer Ball just to thin our deck. If we hit it, yeah, we do. All right, so I think we just want a second Zoroark. And then I can go Cargo, Muck, yep. And then, I would not be surprised if my opponent, scoops it up. I can Team Skullgrunt, check their... Yeah, let's just do all this. Let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack... I don't want them to, attack me at all, so I could Plumeria. I think I'm going to stack a supporter on top. Sure, let's stack I would just get more Pokemon. Honestly, we could stack a Professor Elms on top. That's fine. I could just stack a DCE on top, but I don't think I'm actually knocking this thing out. No, I would do 2, 4, 2, 4. Yeah, it ain't going to cut it. I could get a Lele and go for like Cynthia, knock this thing out, get Muck into the active. Like that would be pretty rad, I guess. So like if I did draw into everything that I needed off of a Cynthia, that would be pretty sweet. So we could try that. I think I kind of like that. So let's just do that. Short. And then we will trade away the Team Skull Grunt. Fine with that. Get the Cynthia, and we got another Oranguru, so that's really good. We'll evolve. Oh, I could evolve. Nope, we're definitely doing that. And then let's just Cynthia here. And, you know, I'm not going to Plumeria that hand. We want just more stuff. So let's see if we hit that Crushing Hammer. That'd be pretty big. Nope, but that's all fine. At this point, I highly doubt that my opponent is going to be coming back here. I think like we kind of got everything up and rolling. They could theoretically get a knockout, but they don't even have an Oranguru in play, so they would have to kind of have, I mean, if they had like, I guess, Choice Band and a Gramble and just pared their hand down, then that would be it, right? And that Zoroark would be a goner. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, they just they don't have that. I'm sorry, buddy. That's unfortunate, but you know I'm cool with it. So let's timer ball here. We're playing Zoroark Control, dude. So I'm gonna take all the dubs I can get. Like I'm like no sympathy. We're just going in, and you know that's just what we got. So let's smooth over, and we're gonna put a DCE onto the top at this point. Now we're just going in, go in, go in, go in. And we can attack that Snubble. My opponent's got, how do they got 3 unplayable cards in a Gramble deck? That or their screen is frozen right now, or they just like are stuck there not doing anything. But that's okay. We're just gonna trade away a Lele there, get ourselves the DCE, and then let's trade away the Lele, and then let's trade away whatever one of these cards we get here. I honestly don't think that I need a Rescue Stretcher either, because, you know, I don't think that my opponent's really going to take any prizes. So let's go. Riot is beating. Knock out the Snubble. Cool, cool, cool. Now we are only doing like 100 damage to these guys. I guess, you know, they have 130 hit points, so that is like a little bit of a pain. But honestly, did they just have like 3 energies in their hand? They just didn't have anything. They just had energy. That is so sad. That is so sad. But this is a pretty good matchup. I know Nicholas lost to this in top 4. Nicholas was playing Gramble. He lost his Zoro Control in top 4 Latin American International Championships. Just not a great matchup. Gramble only plays like 6 energy. They do play a bunch of copies of Diantha, but then Zoro Control probably just won't even, you know, take any prizes until later in the game anyway. And they could just remove all 6 energy very easily. You know, unlike Blacephalon, where Blacephalon plays 16 energy and gets them back from the discard pile onto their, onto their Naganadales. So if they're just like crafty with their, if they're crafty with their energy, it can, kind of force 2 energy onto a Blacephalon. Blacephalon can win that matchup. It's just, it ends up coming down to like I kind of need to hit Plumeria very often, or I need to be able to, hit some Crushing Hammerheads every once in a while too. So I think if I were to go back and replay that matchup, I would feel confident that I could do it this time. I kind of got the idea of it that you don't really attack them ever because you don't want to trigger B-String, so you just are trying to deck them out. So I get that. I just would need to try it again, I think. And now I also see that the Sableye would be really good when you counter Catcher. So you could counter Catcher and then Sableye, and then doing that would make it so that your opponent cannot play Guzma, right? So I think I got that as well. Looks like my opponent figured things out here. Was able to knock me out with a Granbull. So that's unfortunate. And now I just promoted the Zoroark without thinking, but now that I'm like looking at the hand, like I definitely promote Oranguru here, but that's, it's all good. So let's, I got the switch, so we're not punished ever. Let's go in and just stack Yeah, we're going to stack. What do we want? We want like a Plumeria or a Crushing Hammer or something. Let's just get Plumeria is like guaranteed, so we'll do that. That's fine. And then we're going to trade into it. So we'll trade, yeah. We'll get rid of the Ultra Ball, I guess, is fine. And then we're going to have to use the switch because I wasn't thinking. And then we could get rid of the counter catcher, I suppose. Though the counter catcher would probably eventually be good in this matchup. I could also get rid of one rainbow energy, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be throwing things back in with the Oranguru. So let's just Plumeria and get rid of these guys. That's fine. I think I do want to trade one more time and, you know, just get like a little bit of a bigger hand for sure. We do need some hand size here to work with. And then I'll just trade away that stuff next turn. So let's just, let's resource management. We're going to throw in a Rescue Stretcher, Crushing Hammer, and a Plumeria. Alrighty then. It looks like my opponent, you know, I wanted a short game. I just wanted to I just wanted to stomp them out real quick. Looks like they are going to make this happen, you know, long term. This is going to be a longer game than I wanted it to be. But that's fine. There they go. Tate and Liza. I don't want to say anything. They'll probably be able to pare down the Tate and Liza hand. This is looking definitely like Nicholas's list here, the Pokemon catcher. The one of Tate and Liza, super spicy. You kind of just, sometimes you have those hands where you're just like, I need like a Granbull, a Snubbull, and a Fairy Energy. And Tate and Liza is like your only out to be able to get all three of those cards. So you just have to go for it and hope that you can pare your entire hand down. I definitely like that as an option. Let's see, do they get the Fairy Energy and are able to pare down their hand? No, they are not, so we got there. That's like a pretty good matchup. Anyways, all right, so yeah, 2 games, Zoro Control, that's what, you got it, all right? That's what... That's it. We're cutting ourselves off here, but y'all can see the list. The list is like super spicy. If you like this kind of deck, more power to you. This is definitely a tournament winning strategy. It's just not for me. So certain people like certain kinds of decks, and that is just, you know, that's just the way that it is. I am proficient at a number of decks. That's arguable. My friends would say, no, you're not, Andrew, quit lying. But I am proficient at some decks, just not all decks. I mean, really, anybody that could pick up any single deck and play it, you know, those players are just really versatile, very good. I'm trying to get there, you know, and then I've only been playing the Pokemon trading card game for like 6 years or so. And my first 3 years, I only played like one-hit KO decks. That was just like my thing. And then I slowly started expanding my horizons like little by little. And it's taken me a long time. It takes a long time to be able to play every single kind of deck optimally. But definitely a interesting deck. And shout out to Daniel Altavilla again for winning the Latin American International Championships. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think of Zoro Control in the comments below. Make sure to check out the Etsy store and Patreon stuff in the description below as well as that art contest that I am hosting. Gonna have the info for that in the description below as well. Peace.